What is up, everyone? This is Nate. Every no one, this is Nate. Stream will be starting in about 10 minutes. Enjoy some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Hello, once again, this is Nate. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Nate Flies. This is where I record myself in the flight simulator as I practice for VATSIM, which is a global air traffic control network on the internet. And I am trying to improve so that I don't ruin anyone else's time. And I actually have some big news about VATSIM. Enjoy a little more gizzard. I'll tell you a little more. All right. So, welcome. We are in XP12. We are at San Francisco. It is a kind of cloudy, overcast, possibly a little rainy day. And we're going to do a little bit of a redemption flight to go back to San Diego and not get ourselves fired for dereliction of duty like last time. But what I will say, welcome. This is we're in the Zebo mod, also Boeing 737-800 United. And I took this bad boy, this is my exciting news. I took this bad boy out on VATSIM yesterday and got my first. Now, I will say, I'm going to admit, I wanted to do my first ever VATSIM stream live because I thought that would be fun. And I still will do one, but yesterday I went to just kind of get all my settings set up so that I could have XPilot, and I had finished all my VATSIM courses, so things were doing good. And so I ended up going and logging into the network, and I just kind of was looking on, so I have Navigraph, and here, let me hide this. We can. This is a laid back day. My whole family is home, but should be okay. So here, we won't look at the weather for right now, but here's our route today. But anyway, what I was saying is, so yesterday, I mean, look, we could log in. I mean, we got the whole. Today we're doing like a check flight is the other thing. So I want to do a couple things that I never do on stream that I have done before. So one is I'm going to do a go around or two. Just I haven't done one in a while, and I don't think I've ever done one on the stream, which is very bad of me. But so the other day I ended up it was very busy kind of in the Northeast, and it was terrible weather, et cetera, et cetera. But look, someone's flying a Concorde, I think. Oh, cool. Oh, no. E38M. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so so I ended up logging in as an observer. It was in New York. You can see it was busy, and it was Newark, actually. And my plan was just to sort of, since it was busy, there wasn't an event or anything, but there was some stuff going on. And so I had just filed a flight plan just out of there, just so I could sit there and kind of listen and see what was going on. And Boston was online too. Boston was pretty busy, and it looks very busy today, actually. So yeah, so it wasn't this busy. It was maybe for a minute, but I don't know. So I was sitting there, I was having lunch, I was just kind of relaxing, listening to the ATC and giving myself some readbacks, stuff like that. And I I don't know, just while I was sitting there, I finished lunch, I was feeling good, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I can do this. So I ended up just sort of reconfiguring my thing. The scariest part was honestly just making sure I pre-filed okay, but the controller was nice. And I ended up just doing I got my clearance, I got ground for my taxi, I had tower, and I had departure. And I will say thank God for, well, so the thing that really convinced me to do it was that I had the, what's it called? So with XPilot, the little app that connects you to the network, I hadn't really realized that you could just right click. As no one who watches the stream, except me, knows, I hate messing with these radio panels because it's just such a pain in the ass. These click spots, I really hate them. But in the XPilot, the app thing, it has you can just kind of right click the frequencies and set them, and it does that right down in here. And so, I did some of it just so I could get used to it, but like when I was doing from tower to over to departure, I had it ready to rock, so that was no problem here. But for some stuff, I just had it kind of ready so I could right click and tune in the frequencies. So a little cheaty, kind of had a little co-pilot assistance, but it was great, and I just kept it casual. I didn't really make a big deal out of it, and really the thing was the controller. I will say the controller just sounded nice, and some people really botched their departures, and I was like, you know what? I know I'm not going to do that. I may screw up certain things, but I feel like if I could if people are doing it worse than me and we're doing it, then screw it. I'm just going to do it. So I did. I got my first little. Now I'm gonna take it. It's gonna accomplish my New Year's resolution of getting on VATSIM, but I had originally filed coming back over to the Midwest, and so I did not have any control. Once I left New York Center, I guess it was, there was just there were no other controllers. So I went over to Unicom, and I actually just went offline and kind of flew around a little bit, and landed somewhere. But so I was offline. So I do not have a full flight in with landing, full ATC the whole way. Again, I wasn't really planning for it, but I will have to get a landing in because that's going to be arguably the harder part. But to tell you the truth, I mean, really, for me, we always get all these birds. It was, not difficult. I'm not going to say that. It was challenging, and you got to keep your wits about you. But the main thing was when I was taxiing, it was I was glad, even though it was a complicated airport, I could see that kind of from where I was in the terminal. I mean, this is San Francisco, but it was a very straightforward taxi. It was like, push back at your discretion, call ground when you're ready, and it ended up just kind of being hook up with, it was like Bravo whiskey, hold short of 22 right. So it was pretty standard, easy taxi instructions. I kind of just like I said, it wasn't too busy, but there were maybe at least a half dozen aircraft at any time, and some people coming in and overflying and whatnot. So there was a little VFR traffic. So so I just kind of picked my spot and got in there, and was no problem. And I think just the scariest part, not the scariest part, but I did use, when switching between ground, tower, and departure, that's the part I didn't want to get. And so just kind of as you're on ground taxiing, they switch you over to tower. So I had that ready to rock down here. But then what I did was I quick in swapped, and I just did an XCam in XPilot, swapped over to the departure frequency, came back, and kind of just pre-dialed that essentially before I totally took off. And yeah, takeoff roll was fine. The weather was actually rainy, but it was super calm, and so it was no problem. Takeoff, I did that weird little jog left that they make you do out of Newark, and I got to departure, and I made my call out correct. I have my little piece of paper here, so I made sure I said, because I had heard a couple people taking off that were doing, forgot to say their little altitude. It was only climbing to like 22,500 feet, 2,500. So yeah, when I took off, I did go autopilot right away. 400 feet, boom, autopilot in, and just went heading. And yeah, contacted departure, and I just got kind of a big right turn, climbed to 10. What did he say? 10, 0. That weird. What do they say? The Americans all say 10, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so I took my vectors, and then he said, all right, direct to this and go over to center. And so I went to center. That one I did just also right click my way to that, said my altitude, and yeah, and then I just ended up flying through there. All I got was my clearance to my climb, and did all my stuff. And then he sent me over to Unicom. And once I went over to Unicom, I decided I needed to, take a walk around the flight deck. So I logged off after that, and enjoyed the rest of the flight, and went and got myself a stiff drink. Later afterwards, I celebrated. So what I am doing today, though, without any further ado, is, so anyway, I wanted to share that. I was excited, and I am happy about that. So yeah, VATSIM, that was fun. And like I said, the controllers are all very nice. Even like someone who had like totally messed up, who had taken off, and it was to, first of all, someone like, so two things inspired me to do this. Someone had taken off, and it was like the first, right when I logged in, instead of making like the, it was all like turn, 360. It was like turning north. He was vectoring everyone around. The guy did a big left turn. And he's just like, okay, don't do that, because you're, JFK and LaGuardia are both active too. And so was Dulles, I think. It was a pretty active day. And so, but the controller was cool. The guy said, "Oh shoot, sorry, I misunderstood." And so they worked it out, and it was just, all right, fly heading, you're all good. And then someone else, when they departed, just did not contact departure, and I had departure on when I was just kind of lurking as an observer before I decided to log out and log back in. I had kind of both going, and so I could hear someone forgot to contact departure, and the departure guy was like, hey, so-and-so, LaGuardia departure. Hey, man, hello. And then finally they tuned in, kind of late, and but it was no big deal. And so anyway, I don't know. The controllers were being nice. People were messing up, and so I said, you know what, I can do this. So I did, and it was a lot of fun. And so I'm looking forward to getting a landing in at some point. And so, so what my plan is today, what I'm calling this a little, I think I called it in the description. It's my check ride today. So I'm not going to have accountability streams. I think this will be the last formal accountability stream. Let's put it like that. Fix my stuff over here. And so what I want to do today is just do a couple go-arounds. And so I'm going to fly to San Diego. I was hoping the winds would favor the we could do that lock approach and then do a go around, and then but in any case it's landing runway 9 today. So what we're gonna do is fly in. I am going to do this hold here at Sargas. So a couple things I want to just kind of get out of my system before I totally kind of commit to VATSIM is I want to do a holding pattern, which I know how to do. That's not really a deal, but I'm going to do a holding pattern here, and we're going to do a go around on the ILS here. The ILS Zulu. We will just fly it down to the decision and altitude, and I'm going to perform a go around and follow this procedure to Kappas and stay in that hold. And then I realize I haven't done an RNAV arrival in a long time. I at first, actually, the ILS was like scary to me, and I had only, when I first started playing simming, it's not a game, people, this is so real. I used to only do these LNAV, VNAV, RNAV approaches because that's all I understood at the time. But anyway, I'm going to do this little VNAV. I mean, it's not a very complicated one, but yeah, or excuse me, RNAV. And yeah, I'll do that. And it's I'll go at the I'll just do the LNAV, VNAV. I think I was watching some other stream that I think it depends on your operator or something, whether or not you're allowed to use the LPV minimums. In any case, like I said, I haven't done an RNAV arrival in a long time, so, or approach, excuse me. So, yeah, so that's what we'll be doing today. I want to do a couple other things. Because we're going to be messing around a little bit, I want to also, we're going to go off the flight plan a little bit today, because I realized when I did my flight plan, it loaded me up with a ton of people. So I'm like at near max. I know I'm at like max 0 fuel weight. I want some more time to do stuff. So honestly, for the payload, I'm going to go ahead and give us like a bunch of extra fuel. And I'm going to drop this payload down to like, let's just call it like, well, let's see. Let's just call it 30,000. And let's see how we're looking. Yeah, I'd rather be just kind of below everything. And we will just recalculate our stuff. So I will need to get us more fuel. The other thing, I had to change my controls up a little bit for flying on X-plane, or X, for flying on VATSIM. So, might have a few mess ups today, mainly for my air traffic control. So, what are we going to do today? Otherwise, I guess I could do,
ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
So let's go to our actual. I'm gonna also do a different route because I don't know why I was giving this comics too. It does not really hook up with that approach. So let's do some stuff up here. I did not align the IRS yet. I think I have it set to go quickly though, so only take a minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Go yaw damper. We are on ground power. Go seatbelts on. Sure. Let's do the heats. Like I said, this new checklist I have likes the hydraulics on now. This. And I believe we're going up to 310 today. 310. And yeah, it's ground level, San Diego. Okay, this is good for now. Let's set up the computer. Today I didn't feel like setting up my cams and stuff.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
We will do things in the sim today, but I am going to be using my stuff nevertheless. So let's go to the FMC. Position here at Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar. Go. We are back to San Diego. We are united. I don't think any of my stuff today has plate number. I'm just going to go UAL 46. Alright, cool. So departures, arrivals. Departure today. We are taking off. Put down my stuff. Okay, it wants us on the Westla 5, and we are 20. Right. So 5. Position. Young. Activate. Execute. And our arrival today. So, like I said, for San Diego, we're going to do this ILS Zulu, is I believe the one I'd like to do. Yep, the ILS Zulu 9. Oh, that's interesting that it lists that as a transition. But, so no transition because I'm almost positive that this Shamu one So we will look at our flight plan page, plan mode, zoom out, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's step through Porti Olivo Young. I believe for the flight plan it just wants direct. Yeah, so let's go ahead and close the so Erie, Shamu, and let's look at our charts. Make sure this is yeah, so we're coming to oh, 35. Actually, what I would like to do here, bypass. Is it in here twice? 20,000 to figure out what it does on channel. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Alright, well, either way, what we're going to do is... Okay, I didn't want two things on there. The other thing I wanted to do is I am just going to do our... Maybe I should do it in flight, but I will be doing a hold at... I wanted to see actually. So Kappas, that's our go around. So I'll be putting in a hold once we are en route. But okay, did I get all the fuel? Yep. Wait. 125. Our reserves won't really coordinate today. Right. 310. We need... Well, this is still, even though we have more fuel than we need, we can call that final reserve 7.5. Cost index today is 80. Alright, we're burning some fuel. 310. Average cruise winds at 100. I also picked this because there's some weather here today, and I want to see if I can get some radar returns, because it's still maybe not going to be rainy enough. Go. Execute. Using reserve fuel if I have more than planned. Oh no, 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 I totally screwed up. Alright, good. I didn't want 12, I want 20,000. Alright, let's get this stupid scanner. So we'll adjust some of this stuff. Let me see once this... That'll be fine. Let's see what happens once we get our fuel back. Alright, my bad.
And starting refueling.
Okay, but yeah, like I said, otherwise the flight plan looks good. From Shamu. It has that little turn there at that desal point, which is fine. But at Sarge, we're going to hold. Kind of plan our missed approach. So let's get some weather at least. So, what do we got here today? Okay, winds aren't too bad. It'll be a little too... so about 900 feet scattered. 2,500 overcast. So 295. The low pressure. high pressure. And 13 degrees. Okay, we are now filling up with fuel. We can do some other stuff, so we will be taking off. Here's Westla 5, 28 left, right. Okay, so 28 right is like 284. So let me set our Alright, set our course 284. Initial heading is probably going to be 284. We'll cross check that. Two eight four. Read what this says. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Signed by ATC 284. Climb Westla at or above 2000. Then turn left to Porty. Any other restrictions? Nope. Then on our way to Yung. So nothing else. We'll be out over water. So let's call it. We just need the 2000. Go ahead and just go up to like 8,000. Where are those clouds? 9,000 or 900. 25, 12. So yeah, 8,000. Alright, 8,000. Flight director. VNav. And once we get all of our getting there, we will redo all of our calculation. And quick taxi briefing is not too bad today. It's just push back onto 6 and then another call. It's Alpha Foxtrot all the way. Alright, just waiting for one more, a little bit more fuel. We'll have some fuel in the center tank. I'll forget that. I don't think there's any. Well, I could go ahead and put in the a couple things. So I do usually like that LAX VOR 113. Probably plugged in, yeah, 36. And then let's go with.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up, and you are good to go.
Go with Mission Bay. Is 117.8, and then our go around is Capus. For the ILS. So that is Augie 116.45. Okay, so that'll be something. I'll kind of mess with those a little later too. Alright, fueling is finally done. Now, go back to our init ref, get our new 0 fuel weight. Change? Oh no. I guess, did I change the payload? Oh, well, idiot. Zero fuel. Okay, and 1 minute. So today, this will also be a little off, but we can get us stuff going to their homes. Okay, on our charts, let's do our look for our sim brief performance takeoff. And we'll have to make a couple adjustments because we are, well, we're lighter. No, so this should be okay then. Alright, select temp. Take off. That works. And climb 1. Good. Tops 5, take off. B. And 38. 4045. I'm gonna go with these. Or, I'm actually not that. I'm gonna go with these. Okay. All right. I think we can start to get going here. Let's get that APU firing. On. Oh, we can do our with flight deck to sim. Do our checklist.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
I don't want it to bark at me if I don't test everything. Alright, let's see if that will be the only thing I have to test. Okay. Alright, I am not ready for, I think, let's get the APUs going. It's available. Throw that on. Let's get all of our tanks on. APU bleed can come on. My position light on. This is not do anything. I'll put the probes on in a minute. And okay, cool. Let's get rid of our ground services. Parking brake is set, so GPU docks. Let's get better pushback ready. Let's replan. Looks good to me.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
4 start check.
Oh yeah. You know, I never... Oh, I don't have my passengers. That's... that I don't like. I always need my passengers. Is it realism? I always forget. Visual effects, passengers. Oh. Yeah. There's Rob Lowe. There he is. The passengers. Okay. This guy. Oh. I always forget this intermediary step for ground services. Alright.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, let's, I'm pretty sure I did all this.
List to the line.
Let's see.
IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Really?
If you watch the stream, you can see I did the light test. Unless that also counts.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
Yep, we got 20,000.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
6 pumps on.
Cabin
Okay,
utility.
all doors and hatches are
IFE,
closed.
galley
Ready to
power.
connect.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Pressurization.
Yep, set.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
Really?
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
So connected and bypassed in and service. Release parking brake.
Set standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Yep, we said what we were gonna do.
Discussed.
PA.
Sure.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Is set.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IAS auto V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Yep, all good.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck window and cockpit door.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
4-star checklist completed to the line.
Alright, sweet. Let me just see the homeboy hook up to us. So, let's do, before we start. Do the
4-star checklist to the line. Gear pins.
Removed.
Oh wait, this is what I just
Oxygen.
did. Oh, that's the transit one. Oops. Alright. Let's get ready. Alright, packs off. What does this one care about?
The 4-star checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Out off.
The 4-star checklist completed.
Okay, so that's just that stuff. Alright, let's start pushback. Brian. Not getting pushback. Alright, parking brakes. Terminate.
Can't
Connecting
start
to
planner.
stand by.
Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first. Can't start planner. Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
Alright, so now it's putting us down. We'll start this over. That was annoying.
Can't start planner. Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
So it's disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, now let's...
Can't start planner. pushback already in progress. Can't start planner, pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
I don't know what happened here, folks.
Can't start planner, pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
We might be getting ourselves out of here today. Not sure why better pushback isn't working. There we go. Okay, take that.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, let's just use up here. Alright.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Well, this has been boring. My passengers have no air conditioning for a while. Alright.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright. Here comes the connection. I will say too, I had good performance and so like my frames will dip kind of into the low 50s, let's say, but it's barely noticeable. And when I was on I do have settings turned up. I might turn them down next time I go on VATSIM. But X-Plane doing good. Alright, lifting up.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, here we go. There went my parking brakes. Not triggering. Drive this thing. Alright, we will just be firing up the engines. In this case, let's get rid of pushback. I have no idea what's going on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright. That was annoying. I'll have to figure out that. Anyway, let's start them up at the gate. Alright, engine 2, 23%, add some fuel.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay. Engine 1, looking good. Or engine 2. Engine 1. We'll just reverse our asses out of here. Although, can I make a hard? Probably make a hard right turn. Looking around over here to see if there was something. If anyone's saying anything. Alright, nice. Engines. So, let's do our after or before taxi stuff. So, Gen on. Go ahead and get the probe heat on. Let's get our packs. Auto, isolation valve, auto, APU bleed off. Start switches continuous, APU off. Get some lights on. And I guess technically our trim is 575. And I guess I can't really do. I'll do a quick up, down, left, right, rudder left, rudder right. Okay, that all looks good. Right
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 required and selected. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Alright. So, let us now go straight into reverser. Let's just back our asses out of here. Yeah, look at this. Parking brakes release. So, I am stuck or something. Well, X-Plane, you let me down. How do you, can you slew? How do you, maybe if I go to File, Main Menu, no, resume last flight, go, here is it? flight configuration window. Change location. Nice. Sure. Sure. Oh man. Goes can you start a new one? Alright now. Let's see. What is slew mode? AHRS slew. Well, darn guys, I'm stuck here. Actually. Well, that's a bummer. Falling into the ground, but something. There's some noise in my. Oh. Well, this has been. Well, we made it, but I know why. It was this ridiculous setting on my joystick. See, I said. Very well, we were pushed.
Before takeoff, checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Checked.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Yeah, we did that.
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff, checklist completed to the line.
Alright, well that was all a big bummer. I'm going to unbind the evil key while we're at it here. Sick. It was this. Toggle brakes regular effort. I had just noticed that. It was a toggle. Do nothing. Doesn't matter. This can be. Or anything. here. Parking brake. Alright, Foxtrot, all the way down, 28, right? Telling you, the sim will get you. Least expected. Go ahead and put TARA on. Alright. Head back in the game. Today we got clearance across this runway. Go ahead and do the appropriate lights. You change your controls and then everything goes to shit. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the lights on. My lap spec set. Sure. Yeah, everything else still looking good. Alright. Weather. So we'll have a little bit of tailwind. Okay. Alright, so auto throttle on.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Alright, we are ready. But this is 28 left, so we don't want to take off there. Let's say go here out a bit. Alright, we're ready to rock. Go. Alright, takeoff. 40% stable. And 1.
Knots.
80 knots.
V1, rotate.
Alright, rotate, pull back. B.
Positive rate.
Alright, gear up. Be following our
400.
flight level, LNAV, VNAV speed. over that 500
1,000.
feet. Should be 2,000 above. Enjoy some hand flying here. Alright, we are above that 2,000, so that is nice. Go speeding up, let's go flaps 1. Flaps up. Alright, a little bit of wind. Okay. Alright, here comes the turn. Okay, let's go autopilot command. Do our after takeoff stuff, brakes, landing gear, stowed. Come up here, start switches, come off.
After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization.
Set.
Set.
Engine start switches.
Off.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Up. No lights.
1,000 to go.
Altimeters.
Set.
After takeoff checklist.
Alright,
completed.
FMC speed, VNAV halt. Was that 8,000 we said we'd level off? Enjoy a little view. Golden Gate Bridge back there. Oh, and of course, all this stuff. Want weather, terrain. Let's enjoy some views. Alright, nice. Well, let's say we are cleared to three, 1, 0. Okay, and VNAV speed. Zebo likes that nice aggressive. Forgot to reset the hunting bug. Here comes that turn. Alright, we are climbing. Okay. Speed is increased. Progress. Very nice. +7 doesn't really look like much. Maybe when we pass through this next cloud layer we'll worry about.
Express logo, as well as the Mileage Plus Explorer Visa card. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the service on today's flight. Let us know if there's anything we can do to make your
Water
flight more
looks nice.
comfortable.
Alright, let's drop some of those exterior shots and kill you every time. Alright, nice. Alright, +3 clouds. Engine anti-ice can come on. Okay, and the only thing I said I wanted to do in the legs is let's get our chart here. So I want to do this little hold that starts. So hold, X hold, X hold. And let's see, inbound. Oh, 75, yes. Right turns, yep. Leg time. Target vectors 20. Does that mean 6? The target altitude will be ETA. Right, yeah, I think this is looking correct. Yep, this all looks great. I was trying to see if I have like a... Does that tell me that's 6 miles? So if I go to our legs page now, we look at our map. So plan mode. Step 3, Lebo, Young, LAX. 3, Emu, intercept, and hold at SARGs. That's kind of what it should look like. 07. I mean, that's what it says. inbound 255. Yeah. Outbound. Yeah. Okay. Looks a little funky on the nav display, but that's okay. Maybe adjusting for wind. Speaking of, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our descent winds now. Since we're gonna be there. We're requesting load forecast uplink upload. Alright, execute. Alright, fuel. Got center pumps come off. And let's set standard. And we want to be... I mean, there's no actual restrictions, but we know got to. That's in there. Alright, so we're just on our way now. Remember to flip off anti-ice. Once we get over this cloud layer. And do we have any actual weather still?
1,000 to go.
Looks like any weather is way off the coast, so I mean we're gonna be flying through this, but that's okay. FSCP VNAV path. Yeah. Alright, so at least experiment number 1, weather, we will not be. Okay, above the clouds. Get rid of anti-ice. Nice. Okay. So we have quite the breeze today. This should make landing interesting for us. Yeah, look, we're like 10 degrees. Let the drink service commence. So yeah, it turned to top of descent, 260 miles. Still on the star. Alright, need some coffee. Take a little swig of oxygen. Okay. Alright, back in it. So we will. I didn't set the chrono. There was too much going on today. Top of descent is in. We got a minute. So I'm going to grab a quick in-flight snack. Again, we're going to San Diego. But I might as well play a little more of the San Diego show. Although hey, we're flying over LA. Let's see what we got. Kind of gives a read out here. Marathon show. Here, this looks like a laid back section, kind of. Here. So I will. Be right back. Enjoy some King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. This is live in Los Angeles. This is Low Jam 1. Alright, I'm back. Some snack. Okay, while we are going to be flying over LA soon, we will play some of the couch tour. LA can give you. This is a nice little run here. Reset the heading. Alright, we had an inauspicious start to the stream. Shake it out. It's always controls, you know? In these sims. Change one thing, everything changes. But we'll enjoy some giz for the cruise. We're picking up LA. 200 DME. But we're essentially just gonna relax, take this down to that hold. Which, if you're a Sarge, it's not really that. Sarge is only 11 DME from the airport. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll do this go around procedure. Like I said, first thing we do. First thing we'll do is go around, and then once we get in this Kappas hold, then I'm probably gonna dial in this. You can see there's the hold for it anyway, but is it different? Yeah, that's okay. Then we'll give ourselves this RNAV runway 9, which is really not that complicated of a one. What we got? 3.1 degree glide path. We need. I assume the usual glide path. Da-da-da. Decision. Just kind of reviewing that a little bit. Otherwise here we're just gonna, yep, expect 270 at LAX. See what our actual, expect below flight level 270. So let me do, if I went just since it says expect below on this, we'll do that. Plan mode. Yep, that's about right. Alright, cool. Restriction. Nice. Back to map. Good song here. That's cool looking.
How you going? We're just getting started.
Yes, I believe the LA show is one of their marathon shows. And it was a good one. They all are. I'll have to think about anti-ice, but maybe we're doing alright. I'll do most of my descent planning when we're in that hole. Well, I guess not necessarily. One thing I'm not sure about is I talked to these RMP procedures. You have to tell it a certain, so down here is your, kind of the accuracy of your GPS. I wonder if that's LNAV only. We're going to be doing LNAV VNAV. Alright, so I think we're okay. But this will be what we will think about first, because we're going to do this ILS and then I'll do missed approach. Alright, so that should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and set some stuff on the MCP at least. Set the course 095. Where am I going? Reset the course. Well, not reset. Set. Okay. Heading is good. Los Angeles VOR. Get about 40, 50 miles out from there. I will mess around with that a little bit. Some of our descent planning it. But yeah, so speaking more about the VATSIM flight, so I was glad I did that. That was very fun. This feels like I wonder if this counts as icing conditions. Sure. Like I said, I don't really know. Mainly how the game responds, but I figure if I'm in this kind of precipitation, and I'm negative 17C though, so I don't know if I'm below or whatever. Anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, just to get the sort of first comms out of the way, I am going to have to redo my push to talk, I think, because there's certain things. Oh, you know what I can do? What is view? We're gonna check something real quick, guys. Control panel, and what's pilot POV is X camera number 16. Alright, X camera view 16. This button. Select camera with view ID of 16. Okay. Now if I change some views. Alright, that would be it. I needed something with my right hand to because I usually like the trigger switch on my TCA yoke, not IRL on this aircraft, but before I've been doing VATSIM, that's my kind of go-to for centering my view with my left hand and my right hand. I have a mouse button mapped, which is nice. See, that looks scary, and I feel like I should get some weather returns for that, but like I said, guys, I just maybe what I should do is after this go fly somewhere really whack where there's very, very bad weather and see what happens. But this, I don't think we'd actually see anyway if I pull up the weather. I mean, this is not super heavy, but I would think I'd get something. Yeah, and I don't know why too. The weather is acting funny in Navigraph. Weird wizard. So, yeah, so with I'll have to get my VATSIM landing in sometime. So I think, well, what is it? It's Christmas at some point. Which doesn't matter for me, really. I am a heathen. We're probably next week, sometime before the new year. Yeah, we're fighting some headwind. Maybe we might actually be unstable, and when I'm supposed to go around, and I actually will. Yeah, it looks like right now in San Diego we're gonna have about 14 knots of crosswind or so. Alright, so we are landing 9-5 from our right, 16 gusting 30. I mean, we're in trouble. Alright, 8,000 broke in, 12,000, 8,000. I'll set that now, but this is standard. Are we in heaven, folks? Concentrate here. I might have to take over controls here. Alright, seatbelts on, because otherwise we're doing some rough day. Yikes. curious if we get like engine vibration stuff. Can't press buttons. So it'll make it hard. Once we're actually in the hold is when I will kind of get our VREF and all of those speeds. But on our way to the Los Angeles VOR. Rough flight. Ooh, the next song would be, and we got, this is a long name I am having, like 20 minutes long. So like this will be our last giz for the flight. I will also look at ILS 11155. MZB I don't need as much as I want to keep Huggy. So 116.45. That's our go around. Put that in. Put that in. Don't need the LAX right now. We have 1.7. So I'm just plugging in this this VOR for a go around, and I will also here. I want to plan it, and I want to just review. So there's our hold. And here's our go around procedure. Yep, looks about right. So we'll fly that LNAV level change. Just get to our up speed. We'll do the time. Weather. What did I press? Huh. Alright, suddenly returns. But I have the game behind here. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, so they came in eventually, something happened. Oh, that's good to know. It works. Like I said, this is picking up probably a little more than the Alright, about 50 miles out. We'll be descending soon. Let's do a quick landing. So San Diego 9. It's actually looks. Let's go wet. Things are a little wacky right now. We'll probably run these back again. 170.16. See if I can punch any of this stuff in. What's the quick way? I need a button bind for head shake app to come off. 1 7 0 at 16. A lot of crosswind. Gusting 30, so that'll be interesting to watch. And it's 24 degrees outside. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the flaps 30. Air conditioning will be, anti-ice off, AC. There we go. Brakes. Alright, we are bouncing around, folks. And current weight 138. Losing 3, so call it 35 will be 135.0 is safe. And VREF if you add 10. Alright, 148. Everyone's going to be losing their lunch back there. Alright, top of descent coming. Get out of this stuff will be nice. Am I in heaven? Kind of. Rough day for our passengers. Co-pilot.
That was a good one.
Good. let's concentrate a little here, because this is going to get hairy. We said auto brake 3. Okay. Alright, turbulence settled slightly. Okay, top of descent coming up. Let's go to, I think we can go all the way down. Yeah, I can just actually go down 2,000. Alright, 2,000 set. So, approaching top of descent, and we will get down. Alright. Retard. Throttle's coming back. Alright, we could do our descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Yep,
Set.
Anti-ice.
On.
Approach briefing and fuel.
we discussed what we're doing.
Discussed.
IAS and altitude bugs.
Yep, looks where we want it.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist completed.
Okay. Oh, we got some hyperspace. I guess that's why this is our check ride, just in case. It's this terrible when I fly on VATSIM. Alright, let me set the heading bug for this turn. FMC speed. Alright, this is why it's called a instrument flying rules, folks, because I can't see anything. This is hilarious turbulence. Oh, see. Get us back up there. But when you have turbulence, that's what happens. You're kind of this is a weird weather. It would be too hard for me to manipulate these things. Alright, anyway. Alright, so we're leveling off because we got it pre-programs the top of descent here. We are 0.5, 0.4. We're getting pushed off of our LNAV, of course, but looks like it's getting back on. Yeah, rough one here. Let's see what happens under these clouds. I guess actually, when I'm looking at the real weather right now, yeah, there is that kind of cell here. I think that must be this. This kind of nasty stuff we're coming through. Just kind of hovering over the bay. Now. So just to show you, we're on our star here. And yeah, like I said, well, 15,000 is our next restriction, which it should handle fine for VNAV. So, speed brakes. That was alright, so we are in level change. Go back into VNAV. Alright, ugly guys. Over speeding there. At least the winds have died down by half. We were at 140 knots or something at some point. Jesus. Terrible weather. Get out of this stuff. Let's see how gnarly it looks out. Not too good. So we have our work cut out for us today. Okay, let me check the QNH one more time here. Oh, yep, so we've got anti-IS off. That's standard, and they're 2993. Okay. So yeah, we've got not going to be the best, but we can still see. But it's getting windier, slippery. Yeah, so it's light rain, 170/18, gusting up to 32. Once we get below, looks like about 8,000 feet, we should be okay. At least, yeah. Okay. Alright. Getting close to overspeeding. Give us a little speed brakes, help us out here. Okay, speed brake come in. Alright, we'll go ahead and if I can turn them on, get my lights on. There we go. Go. Right, here comes Erie. And 118 to shoot. That turn now. 118 to 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 Alright. Believe we can do our
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Set and checked, yeah.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Ooh, you know what? Hey, I don't really have my preferred. Let's go fix my 20. Alright, approach aids set.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist completed.
Thank you, Flight Deck 2 Sim. I was watching some of his older streams the other day. I like his tutorials are good for the Boeing 737, and he's a real 737 pilot, so. So we totally busted. Was this? Oh, Shamu expect. Okay. So that was not in. That was not in. Alright. 250. Alright, well, can confirm radar works, so stream is successful on that front. We know it actually works. We don't have the airport chart itself. Airport. Once we get in the hold, we'll review the briefings. Oh, 5,000 is our missed approach, so that is what we will do. A little slow here. Let's see if the engines come in at all. FMC speed. Yeah, get up there. And yeah, the only restriction 250, and then we want to be, I don't want to be too fast anyway for hold, so I will slow us down to our up speed once we hit that next decel. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the speed window actually, keep it 240. Shouldn't this say MCP speed? I'm gonna actually need the windshield wipers. Not yet. So we're under the 7,000, but still got plenty of weather. So I'm just gonna actually go ahead and pull Sarge up. What do I do? Heading select. Oh. Alright, so I must have screwed something up. Alright. Maybe. Are we actually gonna hold? Okay. Hold. Next hold. At SARS. Yes. Wait, here it is. Alright, so I messed something up for sure. Well, I think we're going in. Speed brake. Full nav. Yeah, at least we're gonna be missed approach no matter what here. Yeah, so it's just going straight
How's
to
it
Bravo.
go?
Alright. Alright, looks like I'm gonna go ahead and arm approach. VOR lock, lock. Think I broke something. Aircraft does not like what's happening. LNAV is broken. Alright, so I have some control issues here. So, which is actually perfect for us because we're going to be doing a go around, so I'm going to put the speed brakes in. Really didn't have to do anything here. Press go around. Button doesn't work. Alright, Toga, go around. Throttles forward.
1,000 to go.
So we've got some stuff happening here with the sim. Alright, we got autopilot.
1,000 to go.
5,000. Double change. Just keep our up speed here. Speed gear were never down. Flaps were never down. So we'll LNAV and just use double change to get up to the 5,000. Follow the missed approach.
1,000 to go.
Okay, check. And like I said, I'm just gonna stay at our up speed for the rest of this flight. So, what happened was interesting. I wonder, I'm gonna have to look up sort of more precisely what I did wrong. Okay, Alt hold, 207. Because if right now they said, like, alright, fly direct to that missed approach point. Cap is hold, so if I bring you up, execute, my hold is still there, right? That's what I wonder. I'm gonna have to definitely look back on this stream to see. I must have, did I grab the wrong Sarge for that hold? That's all I can think. Well, there's our missed approach. Check number 2. Ding. And let's just get in that hold at, we got plenty of fuel. I'm gonna speed up just a touch. Fine. Hey, San Diego. Not our finest day. So, one thing that did happen, there was a conflict, I could tell at one point between my, I don't have it up, the cameras, but the, damn, I've had that up the whole time, I'm sorry guys. My wind wing panel and the, sim had desynchronized, and so there was weird stuff happening where it was like 2 modes engaged. But yeah, we'll enter this hold and then do the rest of our descent planning. And this hold likes us at target speed 207. About our up speed. Go ahead and slow down to that. Alright, 5,000. All told. LNAV. There's some odd cloud formations in X-plane here. Let's see how it likes this hold. Looks like it's gonna make us do not sure what's happening here. Next hold, so inbound. Is it really right turns? Oh, weird. You would think that it wouldn't be. Alright, so we're gonna be hitting Capus and then doing something. Let's see what it does. Right turns. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm just genuinely curious what's going to happen here. Alright, so we're going to do a big loop. I see. So it's probably following this entry and then probably turning right there and then doing the hold. Oh, yeah, I did a lot of stupid on that. Okay, not the scale. I was about to say, damn, we're way off. Okay, we'll get in this hold and we'll relax. Reassess. So I know I did a lot wrong already when, because I had plugged in those VORs, I did not set my radio antennas because I did not do, I would have done my...
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
So this was probably not correct.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist completed.
Is that in the
Landing checklist.
Archery recoil flaps, landing lights, no. Okay. I assume that's nav aids. Alright, so we look like we are in the hold now. Plenty of fuel. Go to the checklist. Alright, we'll do this one. So, we said we want to try, so we're at 5,000. We need our arrival now. Let's try the Arnav Zulu. Result change, sure. Okay, so if I go to our legs now, Apis, though, will exit at some point and go direct to Sargs. Gato. Alright. But we can chill here for a sec. So we're 136 now. What did I calculate this with? Yeah, actually, we'll probably still, we're gonna still lose about 1,000, so yeah, this is cool. Before this big weather cell comes. Alright, actually, I think what I want to do now is let's review our chart for the RNAV. We just want 095. I do not want the ILS. We want to be 2100 SARS, but 2000 Gato. So let's check legs. Gato 2000. Alright, set our next altitude. Definitely have our missed approach ready. Just climb 2000, then 3000. Okay. And hopefully my toga button works. That was hard to do. Interesting little hold. So it cut off. That's interesting. So yeah, this behavior not too sure about. Okay, what I am gonna do, let's go. There. Yeah, this hold is getting all weird. I don't know why it made a left turn. But let's just try and intercept. So Sarge is at. We want to be 095 coming into it, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. Alright, where's our heading bug at? Once we hit Capus, I'm gonna exit the hold. But yeah, now it's starting to make left turns. Not really sure. Alright, so I am going to go, heading select, and I want to turn around. I'm going to go level change. I want to say exit hold, orange, execute. Even though, like I said, we're gonna, let me see something. This is something I don't know how to do. Cards. And I want to intercept at the 095. There we go. Okay, so the hold got a little wonky, but ooh. Kicked my rudder. we are going to have a lot of crosswind. Okay, we are descending. Speed is good. SAR's really 250. It seems really quick. So what I'm gonna do now, though, I just wanted
Thousand
that
to go.
center line. All right, check. I'm gonna go ahead and 21. Let's go direct. Let's go SARC. Go LNAV, VNAV. Open the speed window. We're gonna stay at our up speed. Execute. Okay, now we will execute our LNAV VNAV 621. Set the Vero 621, so kind of higher. Check some of these. Where are they? I have the chart with what our altitudes should be. Circle to land. Okay, on that VNAV path. Our decision height we said was 621, so I'm gonna go ahead and dial that in. As close as I can, let's call it 600. Whoops. And I hope it starts descending. I'm gonna go flaps 1, 2 as we get a little closer. Just no sense in so we got windy. Hopefully the wind dies down a little more. So it does calculate the top of descent point there, which is good. So I think this is going to work. So we are $10 miles. I'm gonna go flaps 1. Reduce speed. Flaps 1. My lights are on. Let me get start switches continuous. Taxi light on. Okay, LNAV VNAV. Slowing down nicely. Time for flaps. Oh, come on. Find it. Flaps 2. Flaps 5. Coming down. We have 33 knots of crosswind. Let's see what happens as we get down there. Okay, coming 5 miles. Let's go gear down, flaps 15.
Landing
checklist.
checklist. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
No. Check.
Speed brake.
Armed. Green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 3 set.
Flaps.
Really? Flap
Oh.
30 set green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Alright, 148. I might be actually not allowed to plan this in real life. Let's see what happens if we get a little lower here. Not maintaining the speed rule. Put some speed brakes out. Need my windshield wipers, I think. Wow, flying sideways. So there's the runway. We're low. Alright, speed brake, come back in. Speed brake armed. 29. So this is gonna be, this is quite the landing for us here. Turning. $30.
1,000.
Alright, let's continue for now. We're gonna have to decide at 600. Yeah, no way in hell. So, let's
Approaching minimums.
Crosswind. Let's go around. Flaps 15. You're up. Careful. Speed up. Five. Go auto press. And flaps up. Nav. Oh shit. Alright, 3,000. Double change. Will just be 2,000 though.
1,000 to go.
MCP speed, alt acquired. Getting close to our minimum diversion deal. Keeping some speed for now. 220. Well, this is not going well picking San Diego today. So our plan will be to I think ILS might help us out a little more. Which one is this? The Zulu. The ILS Zulu. Okay. Weird hold. But I'm actually not gonna do that. Let's go. Hard. So 5 intercept. Here our heading. Go ahead and select. Now we'll just try and get on the localizer. 1.5. 1.55. Whew. Okay. So 2000. Hit down. See if the one you like. Level change. Alright, retard heading select. What is this? And we'll challenge ourselves to a heavy duty crosswind landing here. I was doing so good, go arounds today, all that stuff, and look at me now.
1,000 to go.
Alright, check. Turn it to the window a little bit. There you go. Weight 134. Probably better to consider us heavy. 2993, 2993. But if I were being good, I would. Everything else is the same. 2993. Yeah, 170, 18. Not getting it. $170 at 18. Okay. 293, 24, 30. Alright, same. Alright, so we were at 2000. Let's slow down to our up speed. Let's make our base turn. Flaps 1. Alright. Those are continuous. Speed brake armed.
Landing checklist. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Check.
Speed brake.
Armed. Green light.
Landing gear.
Are you sure?
Hold. Always forget that landing needs to be Alright. ILS coming in. I'm gonna kind of head towards Sarge. The localizer. Okay, VOR lock. Slow down. So, Gato. Will be a little bit low. Man, we're way off the localizer. Identified. Yikes. See what happens here. So much wind. Alright, getting on there a little bit. This approach is 5,000. Okay, flaps 15. Gear down, flaps.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 3 set.
Flaps.
Really?
Yep, let's go flaps 30.
Flap 30 set green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Alright, so it's 143, but need more. 530, let's call it. I'm going to put the flight path vector on because I'm very curious. I should check the real lights. This is probably like auto land. Although in this much crosswind, I don't know if you're supposed to. Yeah, it just says visual in effect. So they're going visual. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and arm approach. Single channel. There's where we gotta go. Can we do it? 32 knots crosswind. I need to help it with some speed brake because it does not like this descent. I do not want to speed up too much. But I have to fight some of this crosswind. I had an arm and speed brake again. Get my feet on these. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take over thrust. Alright, we just gotta keep this hell of a crab angle here.
1,000.
Jeez. A little more speed.
Approaching minimums.
Alright, our minimums are actually a little bit less than this.
Minimums.
Let's continue.
400. 500. 300.
Oh, gusty. Alright, 24.
200.
That's not too bad. I think we're gonna do it. You're down. Oh, come on.
100.
Oh man. The wind. Another go around should have happened here. This is very unstable.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Bad.
10.
Oh, this is like a crash. Alright. I should not be doing this in wind, put it that way. Max may not work.
80 knots.
Alright, that was difficult. That was the most crosswind I've ever tried to land in. So there's that. So poor plane. Yowza. Alright, some of the cleanup. It was looking good for like a half second. And then not. Here I was all cocksure coming in like VATSIM Pro. Although that was, for me, definitely, I would have diverted if I were on VATSIM, actually. Because, yeah, I can't. Not for me. Ooh, what? Alright. So yeah, just so much crosswind. Really not used to that. I'm pretty sure, given what it was at the time of landing, might have been legal. I don't remember what the legal crosswind landing is, but that was a lot. And yeah, what mainly happened was my wing just totally picked up when I landed, so that's what happened there, among other things. I mean, just everything was broken there. Other terrain. Where am I? So we had one good go around, one ugly go around, and then we tried our hand at a big crosswind landing. And would be on the news for sure. Let's park here. Kill this guy. So be on the news twice. Real quick. Oops. Can't see. Okay. Parking brake set. Poor people. Okay, let us get our ground services GPU jump. Rough. Lead off. GPU. Vision light off. Taxi. Whew. Crap. Well, should we? Let's do it. Let's watch it. It's gonna be nasty. I shouldn't do this to myself. Let's see how bad it was from the outside. Yes, I mean, I definitely felt that the wing. Yeah, look at this crab angle. Sheesh. And I had felt it. I wonder if I can. Do you see flight control surfaces moving in replay? So yeah, I got hit by wind right there. Tried to come back. I was trying to get over, but just the wind was just shoving me. And then I felt good, and then I got that updraft right here. Boom, big gust of wind. And yeah. And then you wouldn't do this at home, folks. Although, you know what? So yeah, so I would have crashed that aircraft. Let's go inside
300.
and pull this up because I did
200.
I did something very wrong. $100. Did I, let's see,
50, 40,
watch my control.
20, 10.
Oh no, I just sort of got pushed. So yeah, I just didn't compensate for the wind. I would have needed to have a bunch more. Basically need to turn to the right. But I was. That's why you don't do that. Look, that would have just been explosion, death. Death there, multiple deaths. Alright, crosswind landing challenge failed. Need to keep more aileron in the wind, because that's what screwed me up, among other things. But the big gusts of wind. Now, I know X-plane is hard to land in 30 something knots anyway, so I don't feel too terrible, but yeah, right there, ooh, I got that big updraft and the gust. And then definitely right at the end, I got gusty. I mean, it's kind of funny. But yeah, see that it picks up the wind, the wind picks up the wind. The wind picks up the wing, and so you have to have. You gotta turn into it. Okay, let's dispense with that replay. Put that one somewhere else. GPU. Oops. Alright, well, did we accomplish anything today? We flew in really bad conditions to see how that was like an X-plane. Turns out we will not be doing any live flights with the weather that bad until I have way more practice. And also, I just know X-plane, they say above like 20 something knots, it's it's like impossible. But that's neither here nor there. That was going to be bad no matter what. It was close for a second. But in any case, it was still a fun time. And why am I moving? It's probably just the wind still moving the plane. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. You can see the aircraft rocking back and forth from the wind. Well, rainy day. We did not make it down safely per se. But either way, that was fun. There we go. Yep, that was a hard one. So, but yeah, that either way, still as always fun. I need to practice weather, but when I fly, I will make sure there are blue skies ahead, and then in the meantime, I should practice some of these more crosswind landings. That was a big one, and the rain, and we had lots of stuff going on. But all right, with that said, I will be taking off. Thank you very much, and as usual, enjoy a little King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Wrong song. Good song. Wrong song. Maybe little rats in the sky. There we go. Alright. See you later. Thanks for joining me on that rough flight. But good to at least see how X-Plane acts with heavy turbulence and lots of wind. And we know we're not good enough yet, so we will keep practicing that in the future. Otherwise, everyone, Merry Christmas. Hopefully it's nicer for you.
This one's about them chickens in the sky.
are my banquet, puddles are my wine, a rebel in the present, each moment a lifetime.